Good morning and welcome to Christ Radio and Television, where your matter now we own. This now inside Naija on top this beautiful day. And as we dey do am, now we go first carry con give you waiting day for inside the front pages of newspapers. After which we'll con carry waka enter for inside the big victory to pieces some down. Already, if you dey follow the news, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan is back. Plus some other yarnings them inside the news. But I don't want to make we for delay ourselves because time will be with friend. Make we jump straight inside the front pages of the newspaper. The first paper, now the Punch newspaper, and the biggest story for there. On top 8.41 trillion naira oil tip say na im don finish our economy. They make investors them to they get double mind. Experts talk say they never arrest anybody, they never punish anybody inside 4 years. Even this issue of oil theft, nothing is being done about it. But plenty other small story follow that big gist for inside the Punch. Natasha don't resume for Senate and she called Akpabio dictator. 411% revenue increase. No go stop Ogboge government from borrowing. FIRS now drop that one. Central Bank of Nigeria CBN don't lower interest rates. OPS they ask for credit relief on 20 billion naira library fundraiser. It is not because of 2027. Now, what Remi Tinubu they explain for that side. For the issue of strike, Stanu Nasu don't add more days to the ultimatum we then give government. For the issue of say that they do illegal weapon deal, 3 soldiers court-martialed and don't collect life in prison. For the issue of Olubadon, you don't begin to control, restrict some movements sake of the coronation of Ladoja. Lagos police, woman killed as container go crush keke. PENGASSAN NUPENG say no, they're not supporting the plan to sell some of our very important assets. All this and plenty more now you see inside the Punch newspaper of the day. And inside the Guardian, UN at 80. They say wide crack inside world order as one done the cool ground say they go reduce health, they don't know how the future of the union go be and plenty others then. High blood pressure, they put 1.4 billion people for risk. Now, waiting World Health Organization, they want with that. PENGASSAN NUPENG, they want Ogbonge government, made them no sell their shares, their own JV shares inside our important oil and gas infrastructures. Then, Tinubu, the way they handle this change for inside INEC, it will define the democracy of Nigeria. Now, Yaga, they yarn that one. For the issue of say spoil our name, they don't shoot the case. As Senate, Natasha don't reach one uncommon arrangement. FRS don't come out now begin the explanate borrowing plan. Confirm say new tax will start from January next year. One full for Lagos APC as 4 elected women officials, ladies then wey dem elect, 4 of them don't die inside 2 months. Then go calm everything for businesses as CBN don't reduce the 4-year tightening and they don't cut interest rate to 27%. Tinubu don't raise 20.4 billion naira so far for National Library as she celebrate her birthday. Benway IDPs don't promise say they will come and occupy SCT until normalness return back to the state. All of this and plenty more inside the Guardian newspaper of this morning. Moving to the Vanguard, 14 banks don't fully meet the new capital requirements. Now, waiting CBN, the yarn with that, and some small to follow that big gist for there. Nupeng, PENGASSAN say no for the plan of Ogboge government to sell oil and gas assets. FN, they tell government, repair the economy, stop corruption, empower country people. Tinubu article they struggle now for who go take over the Buhari Northern supporters. Davido don't become a Grammy voting member for the 2026 awards. And for issue of insecurity, mama wey dey breastfeed, now they don't kidnap. 3 soldiers now don't chop prison punishment for say they sell weapons to terrorists. Then Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan don't resume, gathers full to Senate office and she have resumed work. And for the issue of spoil name, Ogboge government now they say he get a plan to scatter the case of Natasha. Tinubu they ask for change for inside world financial doings them. Diri Kuka say try others. Now be the team where the cost may will not get federalism. And all this others inside the Vanguard newspaper of this morning. The Nation come follow closely to say, see how we feel reduce interest rate and how it will come to ginger the economy. Experts them now they weigh in into this. 14 major banks don't meet up their recapitalization money where they suppose arrange. National Assembly don't open Senator Natasha office and she they insist say she not go apologize. Trump, Lula, Erdogan, come and see them. They are just giving the hot on hunger day one, UNGA day one. 3 soldiers don't collect life imprisonment for selling weapons to terrorists. And Ibadan, they blow everywhere still as they do the coronation of Ladoja. First Lady don't raise 20.4 billion naira so far for abandoned National Library project. And Ogbonge government will build 600 capacity hostel for Abuja Law School. The Nation gets all of that and more. And on the Daily Sun, Senate, Natasha don't resume and she don't promise say she will not apologize. Court go hear a preliminary objection in defamation suit as National Assembly don't say they no go resume until October 7. PENGASSAN no gree for the plan of Ogbonge government to sell JV oil assets and do changes inside the Petroleum Industry Act. CBN don't reduce interest rates to 27% and they plan to make $1 billion every month from money where they come in as 14 banks they fully recapitalize. Ogbonge government they want Nigerians to be careful as Ebola don't show again. 3 soldiers don't collect life in prison as punishment for selling weapons to terrorists. While borrowing will continue, even with say Nigeria revenue don't grow by 411%. Ogbonge government now they explain all that one beside here. And Nigeria now they lead inside accident of road where they lead to death inside Africa. Now World Health Organization now draw that report for inside the Daily Sun newspaper. And on the Daily Trust, unions say no for the sale of oil and gas assets. Policeman, 5 others killed inside Lagos and Yobe road accident. Saudi Grand Mufti don't die at the age of 82. Natasha they resumed for Senate after 6 months suspension. Remi Tinubu don't raise 20 billion naira for library projects. The reduction for interest rates, okay, reduce interest rates more. Now waiting some people for economy, they tell central bank with that. Soldiers don't collect life in prison for selling weapons to terrorists. And bandits kill 1 pregnant woman and others for inside Kwara State. And as we close mouth for inside the front pages of newspaper, let us give you a little bit of sport. As Punch Sports Extra say, Nigerian stars don't begin the chase for Europa League. Aroko Dare now scored the first world's goal in the defeat for Keserispo game. Brighton coach don dey twale give Nnadozie Madugu don collect honor even though he missed Ballon d'Or. Shows labels Rashford as a disgrace. Madueke no go play for like 2 months. Southgate now they look say he go take over the coaching work for inside United. Liverpool impossible to catch. Maresca now in the yarn that one. NSC no give me $30,000. Now Brume they explain as Aruna Bello stand for top spot inside the ITTF rankings. And this now where we'll close mouth on top the front pages of newspapers for today. But do yourself a good one. Try make you forget at least one of these papers then to know what's in the inside. And join us again tomorrow, 9 o'clock, same station for another edition of the front pages of newspapers. But for now, I beg no go anywhere because big victories they come next on top your speaker.
Hello, my country people of Naija. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say Kebobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news. Because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears small and make we enjoy ourselves better. before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they torture you. Now you go to watch me live on top Christ radio and television. Where we go to break that news analysis well for you. On top of newspaper radio, big story where they happen. Inside program what we call Inside Naija. You go join our well because we go break am for you, you go reason with us and you go understand the grammar well. Wetin you need to do now na to follow us on top www.christradioandtv.com or you fit follow us on top all our social media platforms. My name na Kolawole Omoniyi. On top Christ Radio and Television, your matter now we own.
Welcome back to Christ Radio and Television, where your matana we own inside Naija. We still on top. So, my name still be Princess. No waka alone. I get my oga at the top. Kola Wole on money inside the studio. Good morning, Kola. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so starting on top the matter, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan is back. Some people thought that they take our personal, but man. It's really been for a very long time. So, and just yesterday here, inside the show, we been there talk about the fact say she go court, say Ogbonge government they do double standard, and just for later, so they women even carry the matter go UN, and you even saying anyway they can only advise, they cannot. And the next day in the evening, we hear say they don't open our office, they don't allow, so so what do you have to say about that? She wouldn't do. She still didn't make mouth. She owes nobody an apology. It's a pity that you allowed the National Assembly to be run by a dictator. And at the law, please just talk.
Please, for now, she don't gather plenty people for her side. I watched the video how they take storm our office yesterday, the celebration, the jubilation, and trust politicians. This kind of thing, they treat them well. Now, freedom fighter, she don't feel like it's okay. She don't they win the battle. Yes. Waiting make them suspend Natasha and the condition where they thought made she take return. She be make one particular point yesterday. Say if you check say even the people will sign and
The
suspension letter
yes.
say now former register where they put now they attach with that particular document. Say no be say now fresh now they sign and say may they suspend them. Whatever the case. So to her she felt say her suspension in the first place say it dey illegal. So and a court don't already also talk about them. So based on that, I think she have all the liver, all the strength to make mouth now. But what I just want us to do, what I will advise, say, may they do in this kind of situation, we say, okay, if the Senate don't already agree, say, may she continue, you understand? It no bad. So may they just leave all this drama. May then leave all the drama, may we continue with what we be in the sea right now. Because one thing is certain, she dey represent our people. And the people which they represent, then get more things to benefit if she remain in that particular house. For instance, in the last 6 months now, they will not ask her to come and do her own special 6 months. And whatever mission she gets in this 6 months, where she need to push, she no get opportunity to push her, whether we like it or not. They can't bring back that 6 months. You see the agitation on top of Fubara, say whether may she even extend her stay for 6 months and thereabout, that one still there. But in her own case, she need to pack her car at the same time where her colleagues they go, except if they go re-elect them back to that position. That's number one. Then number two, the reason why she will need to treat everything with caution, we say she's representing her people. She dey house where you need to lobby for anything where you want to achieve inside that same house. So you coming back, you are not only coming back to go sit down. You understand? You are coming back to represent your people, to make sure, say, then get the dividends of democracy, to make sure, say, you propose a bill that will make life better for them, to make sure, say, any of their plights in that their location, now you be their mouthpiece before the National Assembly. So if you are to achieve that, you must not gather more enemies. You need to gather more friends in the house. And if you want to gather more friends, you know it is natural. Say, okay, if you get a leadership in that particular place, you get more of them aligning with him than you, where they feel like, say, okay, you they fight them. And now pure politics now they may they play. Except if all of them to say, okay, we don't like the leadership type of Akpabio. If the majority are aligning with what Akpabio they do, even though in the eyes of the public, they may feel like, say, no to make sense. So you need to just pipe low right now. You understand? Everything must not be fight to finish, battle here and there. This is one democratic, this one no democratic, and what have you. Because if you know how then they push things in that house, go no say, and it's allowed worldwide. Pure politics, lobbying is part of what they need to do to achieve some certain things, especially in the situation whereby you guys are just three. I mean, women now in the house.
Yes.
And two, the remaining two have not even been saying anything regarding our plight since all this while. So with that, thank God they've already allowed that, okay, she should return. If that not the case, we must not continue with this kind of, okay, insult today and talk tomorrow here and there. Because whether we like it or not, now pure politics now with the play. And the reason I always insist this, I know the whole brief for politician, because tomorrow Natasha may be on that seat and she may do something special, even bigger than this. That is politician for you. Because my own concern is the people where she they represent, make the attention not too damn much on politics than waiting those people go benefit. It's not by you to go and be saying, okay, you dash them money today, you do some intervention program for them tomorrow. No. What was the reason why they elected you in the first place for you to go represent them? Make law on their behalf, escalate some of their problems to their house, how they take suffer. That is what they primarily need her for, not the noise here and there.
Okay, now we should don't come back. Already they said they not they resume till October 7. So what do we have to say? All this talk where she says he's a dictator, he treated me like a domestic servant and the rest of it. What is the next expectation going forward? They will still come back once they talk on just to swing into action and just forget what happened and move on.
Yeah, they should just forget what happened and move on in the interest of Nigeria itself, because the moment we are discussing this kind of topic, we divert attention from the real thing that we're expecting from our politicians and our leaders. So this one is more diversionary. The drama done too much for over 6 months. So we expect them to move on. You understand? So many people might have intervened for this thing to happen in this manner. You understand? It might even the fact that, okay, they even report the Senate and the Akpabio and whoever involved in the drama, even to the convention will be discussed here yesterday. Some of those pressures too may contribute to the reason why they allow her to return. But in doing that, we shouldn't continue with drama. We need more of delivery of governance. So the earlier the better for the people where Natasha been they represent and for the entire Nigeria. Because the time we're supposed to devote to hold our leaders accountable, we are using it to discuss something else. And they are okay with that. Because with this now, we'll not be able to say, okay, so money that is meant for this, that they've allocated and they've released, how na take spend them? We need to delve more on this than, Natasha today, Akpabio tomorrow.
Okay, so Natasha today, Akpabio tomorrow. Make we leave all this talk and do the work, but then carry us through there. You see there on top Christed Radio and Television, wherever you they watch us from or they listen to us, just know say you they appreciated. And we're on top all social media handles at Christed Radio TV. Giveaway, stay tuned for the question today. Now, moving on, the wife of Presido, still like a continuation from what we did do yesterday, Senator Remi Tinubu, don't come out now say so far they don't raise 20.4 billion naira in donation since when she announced them on September 18, you guys said they don't raise this amount, and the place will be open until at least December, for more to keep coming. Now, she come, says they will talk, say, Oga Peter Obi say it is finished, and not be saying a bad thing she do, but the fact saying we now have to meet private donation to start getting this kind of money. And there's some other people linking it to say, now in the spirit of 2027, and Remi Conde talk plenty things like, this is not the first time which they do this kind of stuff. And she can't talk some other things than which she do. Now, it can't get where they say, this National Library, where would they talk like this? Say, you don't say where they don't do one. You don't say since 1981. Then in 2006, now they start construction, put money there. The money skyrocket. They have been putting money. Money have not been, handled. And that even this one now, no be a hand even day. Now Ministry of Education and then the National Library Association. Now them, the people then will get hand, we go, sign up. What do we really have to even say? Minus what she they do so good work and everything. But what do we have to even say about most of our critical infrastructure? This kind of projects now, where they don't do since, and nothing is being done. If she cannot bring her up, this are thing which the nine bring the thing come out. Nobody is said accountable for it. Nothing is being done about it. What do we really have to say about this?
Yeah.
Is this the way forward now?
It's they unfortunate. The move no bad, like we've been talking before now. And the reason why I know they bad, we say, okay, if you not talk anything about this now, the 20 billion naira way come out, go come out. And if you talk about the way our capital project and the way that the abandoned project,
Yes,
they so bad, we've been discussing this thing too. Say it no make any sense.
bam.
For instance, 44 years ago, a project of 44 years ago, and we have not delivered it up till now. The shocking part of it was initially when they may start this project, Princess, was 8.5 billion naira that they needed to spend on the project. If to say we have a responsible government, we go quick deliver that project since 1981, 44 years ago. Maybe it take them maybe the 4 years to deliver the project. We will not be discussing this. How much was the exchange rate in 1981?
Okay, no, they say 1981, now they bring the idea. In 2006, now they put that 8.5 billion.
So
to finish it before 2008.
How much
by
was the
2023
exchange rate then? And what we are seeing right now, because they no prioritize it, say, okay, we feel like, okay, our people need to be read and what have you. And we are now talking about 120 billion naira left now. Out of 120 billion naira, they've been able to raise over 20 billion naira, meaning we are still looking for 100 billion naira. So, now, do we have appropriation for this project every year? If we get them, how much from this money now? Obviously, it remains 100 billion naira. And she said, may they still live and hope until December. May they still they contribute. Yes, let's say, hopefully, maybe we can get 50 billion naira till then. So, whatever is remaining, my concern, apart from the move, is no bad. But how would they even be accountable for this money? Because even the real one that is coming from government, if to say them get that accountability mechanism well, maybe for don't even go far. But the project now they say is around 44% and completion. So if that not the case, the remaining 60-something%, they need to put more eyes on it. If Madam Tinubu talk say, okay, no be account, na government account, this is not the first time they are putting money into government accounts. She even told many people no link out to politics. Say no, but today she done the raise fund. Yeah. She raised fund when she celebrated her 45th birthday, 50th birthday, 50 million and 200 million respectively. She's getting 20 billion naira now. Yes, we get many Nigerians who want to impress. Oh, I contributed. This is the amount I gave, and what have you? If that's not the way we could fit the work out our capital project, it's not bad, but it doesn't make us look responsible, even to international community. Say, okay, we get projects, it will linger for 44 years, and we have to come and be looking for public fund and private fundraising before we can get it right, when they are budgeting for this project every year, and it's being abandoned. I've been talking yesterday, say, We are only talking about the National Library right now. Go and check records of abandoned projects in Nigeria.
True.
It's so worrisome. So if we continue to prioritize the current expenditure at the detriment of the capital projects, we have this kind of abandonment almost every time. I know speak well to us, say, okay, we are a responsible nation. We know, say, we always get issues with cash, with money here and there, but we need to know that, okay, this thing is how people can benefit from government, not the one you are giving a few number of people and you call it recurrent expenditure, maybe a salary or overhead costs or whatever. Where many Nigerians can benefit is from capital projects. So government should do more on it.
Okay. Where the fee benefits more na capital project, road, hospital, infrastructure. So make government abeg put more eye for capital things them than the recurrent or spending money to run the government. So that they listen and we do the needful. Now, still on top issue of our critical assets, you get a story now where come now say our government don't they talk, say they won't sell part of their stake inside our oil and gas sector. And PENGASSAN and NUPENG, that now join body of senior natural gas association workers and then the natural gas workers and petroleum people now don't come out say they don't support the idea. Say Ogbonge government want to reduce part of the power where they get inside, join body assets them where NNPCL they manage. So this kind of thing fit to scatter the economy, make the oil industry weak, and also make life more harder for workers them. What do you get to talk on top of this? Especially given that they've been complaining of our refineries and then plenty things for inside our oil and gas.
Again, it is unfortunate, say government now bad business manager, especially from my experience in Nigeria. So if you check the way they manage things for years, decades, you may want to align with, okay, can they privatize everything in the country? But the truth of the matter is that if you privatize everything, waiting we able to say you get to hold. You understand? I think that's the plight, that's the angle where NUPENG and PENGASSAN be they come, say then they raise their alarm. Waiting they won't do be say they won't go amend Petroleum Industrial Act before the National Assembly to give provision for them to sell part of the asset. As we speak right now, then get about 60% of the asset. So they won't sell like almost 30% of it to now make them get, okay, they say they need money. They want to generate revenue. Yes, from records, okay, they've not been performing well. Nigeria may say, okay, is it not better you sell it the same way Atiku be in the campaign that time saying go sell out to your friends. You understand? Where they can't use and hold them against.
Yes.
So, but people have been agitating. But the position of the NUPENG and PENGASSAN be say, okay, if you want to, we not talk say make you know sell part of it. Because we know saying a bad business person now no sabi managing. But if you want to, do like the way you do to LG, where we say money they flow in right now, get 51% stake in that particular
get higher.
Do you understand? So when you get 51% stake, it means say the real player now we go they do the work for you. Now then go get the remaining 49%. So with that, they are doing the business for you because you are bad in running business. You employ people. They have this impression saying a national cake they do anyhow. You don't get results. But leave it for the people that know how to manage things better. Let them take over the 49%. When you have the 51%, it means saying that you still be the real owner of that particular asset. That is what they are now agitating for. Say the idea of you selling 30% and holding maybe 29 or 30%, it don't make sense because you will sell it now, you will get more money, and they will spend it loud. Do you understand? Say, but when you maintain 51%, money will be coming, they will be sharing profit based on this your stake in the company. You understand? Money will still be flowing forever. And if the unborn generation will still benefit from the money, because now if you sell this 30%, you get the money, and before you know it, they won't be able to account for it. We are used to not being accountable for money. In fact, I saw when they engaged the TUC president yesterday, when I be the ask and say, is it because if they said this it go affect una member. Now the reason why una dey shout right now. He said no. He said PIA has already protected their members. Say it has protected their members. They don't have anything to lose. You understand? Say even if they sell it out, the person that is buying it too, we still need to engage part of their members for them to do the work. Say, but what they are saying, if government needs money, it's better they use that money. Sorry, they enter into stock business. With stock business, if you say you want to use NFPC now, you want to join a stock now, you can use that platform to raise more money. People will buy the share. You understand? Say, but to say you want to go and sell it, the money you use to sell it will come now quickly, and they may not be able to hold our leaders accountable. After all, we have our president having immunity clause that nobody can sue them to court. Even when they eventually leave the office, they still have this unwritten, unconstitutional forever immunity. So based on that, they are now saying, okay, it's better you maintain your stake and you get the highest stake in that NNPC than for you to say, okay, you want to go and amend PIE and you want to spend 30% out of it.
But they also still dey ask say where the money wey dey generate from subsidy.
They don't explain that one tire anyway. Then talk say, okay, now the reason why governor been they get more money to their cover. I been see one the lawmakers been they talk yesterday say after all, how some state they get 4 billion naira before. They are now getting triple of that money. They are sharing money to them now. So they should hold governors more accountable than even focusing attention only on Tinubu government. And I agree with them too. Even though the governor too, when you reach their side now, they will say the purchasing power too, the exchange rate has already jacked up. It did not allow the money to get value. And if you want to check it, every single item you are buying in the market too, because of the devaluation of naira, it has doubled, some even tripled compared to the prices before. It no stop them from still working. It no stop them from making things happen. But majorly, Nigerians used to relate more on, okay, Tinubu, or president. We knew how they shouted Buhari to that time too. They hardly pay attention on some of these governors. They hardly pay attention on even local government chairmen because they capture some of those guys. And if you want to check it in reality too, it not supposed to be like that. To me personally, I would have preferred a situation whereby government will be accountable to Nigerians to say, okay, before we remove subsidy and after we remove subsidy, this is what we are using subsidy money to do. What we are using it to do, than to say, okay, the entire money we are getting, we are sending it to governors. And there's no proper mechanism to hold governor accountable. In fact, the president, the way governor get power, president cannot even call them to come and say, okay, come and account to me how much you spend the allocation where I send to you. Because they have this belief saying a statutory allocation. It no concern you how I take spend them. So it's now left for Nigerians to pay attention to governors to hold them accountable that this also amount you are receiving monthly, waiting with the project wey una dey take do for our respective states.
All right, now you see the on top Christed radio and television. Where your matter now we own. My name is Princess and Kola Wale or Mommy still there. We don't be ready to pack our kaya come up from the show. But before we go, the question of today. Know your rights. They happen on which day or days of the week. Know your rights program. They happen on which day or days of the week. And waiting be the topic of yesterday. Waiting be the topic of yesterday. All right, now just go for either under this video or even for Facebook at Christed Radio TV, or go for our TikTok, our Instagram, or even our X. Just go write your answer. And then our people go contact you on how to get your win. Which day or days will they do know your rights on Christed Radio and TV, and waiting be the topic for yesterday. That is justice. Kola, you want to give it for
Yes, may them go YouTube platform, may them go our website, they didn't get answer there.
us?
In case they know they follow the program before now.
Yeah.
So they should go there, they should comment. And in addition, before you can win, you have to follow us and you have to like our pages.
So you don't hear us, you guys follow Christed Radio and TV. You have to subscribe to our YouTube channel and then check out the videos. In short, if you go for most of our pages, you go short you for waiting you they miss. plenty dey there for you to dey informed, dey educated, for you to know wetin dey go on, see the work wey be say Christ dey do for you. And to dey comot for studio, special court marshal of Nigeria Army for Maiduguri, Borno State, don sama 3 soldiers life in prison. Another one collect 15 years. The accusation that they do backyard, collabo of carrying weapons wey suppose be for security, and come do connive with the police officers, and they said weapons to terrorists. What do we have to say about that?
Yeah, that's the good news. And wetin we been don dey agitate for before now, say we need to get some of these guys jailed so that at least then go teach others lesson. So if you now check now, based on the way the impression where people get about how these people been dey sabotage the entire process of security in the country, I think the figure is too low. We are commending the move, say, okay, we don't already get these people life imprisonment, and we are hoping they will not get presidential pardon next year or anytime soon. Let the life imprisonment remain life imprisonment. You understand?
Yes.
So getting 4 people now good way to say, okay, we want to teach others lesson, but we need more of these guys. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. It's so obvious that they can get many of those guys that are working for terrorists to sabotage the entire process where government been dey put in place to make sure say they reduce insecurity in the country. So it no go bad if we get more of them. And not that we don't have such cases pending right now. It no go bad again if you fast track their cases in their respective courts. It no go bad. In fact, it go make sense again if we get amendment of our constitution wey go deliberately talk about, okay, wetin go be the duration for trying these people, like we get am for politics. So that it has to be 3 months, it has to be 6 months before this, before that. We want specific deadline to try these guys and put them to jail, just like we say right now, because doing that will teach others lesson. It will teach others lesson because a number of cases like this, government use their own money go procure house, another person Colombian go sell am, or sometimes they no even sell, na rent. Sometimes they rent am, then give me, use am for 2-3 days, return am back to me. This thing dey happen everywhere. So we want them to do more investigation, to get more of those cases and to jail them so that others can learn from it.
Okay, just 2 questions before we go. Now, some people will say the welfare, is not so deep. But e get a day wey we dey discuss with somebody very important. Person come talk say, look, even if dem say we were specific about a particular, that thing wey be say we dey pass for road and then you see police dey stand, e dey expect Gunje, Owaroja, so come now come dey say, kai, if this person come talk say, see, e no really be about welfare, na actually about corruption. Say even if you are paying these people 1 million, that one wey they dey collect for road, you get. So I'm coming to, in this case, I get one, they say they link him to over 100 transactions, they link another one to over 500,000 naira from transactions of all. Is this about the welfare, or is it just to say we are just Nigerians, we get harm enough to just use backyard?
The welfare will justify reason for people not to indulge in corrupt acts. So I can't totally say it's not about the welfare. The welfare will make you to satisfy within your mind. Say, okay, despite all what I've been doing for you guys, you still indulge in this kind of activities, then I will deal with you personally. That's the aspect of the welfare. You understand? Not everybody can be in that kind of a business. You understand? If just 10 people or 20 people are sabotaging what 1 million people are doing, they can't really achieve anything. Only a few number of people used to do this thing. You understand? Now, the welfare now is talking about, when you talk about welfare, you are not only dealing with just a few number of those guys. You want to deal with the entire workforce in our security architecture. So, okay, this is the amount we need to pay them. This is how we need to take care of them. In no part, if we prioritize it, it means say that will not enable them, all those bad guys, to get more people into their camp. You understand? But it still don't stop the bad person waiting. He won't do it. Some of them are because of bad welfare, they start them small. Before you know it, you go they grow. their conscience no go dey work again. Before you know it, they can do whatever to make sure say dem get it. For instance, see the case of Abba Kyari, even though court never convince am, but just imagine the way dem be face am before now. Is it money that he doesn't have at his stage, at his level? He shouldn't be complaining about like maybe the small guys on the road. You understand? So we should have a system that will be able to fish out some of those bad guys and deal with them. We're talking about welfare. Let it be separate. And I've said it this point that you just read before. When somebody gets used to some stuff, regardless, if you pay the person a 1 million naira, he has this beliefs, okay, the million you are paying me, I can meet Yahoo boys and intimidate them on the road and get 500,000 naira at a spot inside one single account. So why must I wait for 30 days to get a 1 million naira? So when there is no system in place, regardless of whatever you are paying them, they see it as peanut, they want to get more.
So it still boils down to the system.
Yes, the system must be in place to fish out. If you are paying somebody 10 million naira monthly, it no mean say you no go see person wey still wan indulge in corrupt acts. It's just for you to have something to fish out the person and punish the person, and let it be known to others that if you misbehave, you get it hard like this. But when maybe we have 100 cases like that, you get only one person punished, the person go talk say na bad day for me. You understand? Many of them are indulging in it and they're escaping it. Only one person. We don't watch video where one police guy be they talk on express they talk say, I get oga wey talk say if you want thief this money, if you want collect this money be from people, collect am well. So let me have reason to defend you. So how do you manage that kind of situation? If the person where you feel you put in place to say, okay, go and deal with this kind of corrupt act. Then they give him voice the impression, say, if you want Kolobi money, do it well. Don't come and give me peanuts and you want me to defend you. So you know that that kind of system, it needs total overhaul. Not like, okay, you deal with one person and you are waiting maybe till next 10 years before you see another person being sent to jail. It will spread. It doesn't take time for corruption to spread, but it takes a lot of time and resources for you to even curtail it.
Damn. It takes time to take control, fight and kill corruption. But for the corruption to spread, it no dey take time. Good place to take finish the talk today. But just 1 minute to conclude everything for us today, Kola.
Yeah, 1 minute on Natasha's case, make she go calm down so that she can represent her people well. And on donation, they say it will still continue till December. Oh, we are even hoping that maybe they can even get the 120 billion naira. And what it means is that if they can be able to get it between now and December, there will be no excuse to say, okay, this project is still pending again. It will even make it easier for you to say, okay, this is what you are looking for and you got it. So if the project eventually become abandoned, it means say dirty and already they involved there again. So what I'm saying in essence is that they should be able to make sure say that they accountable for every single cover they recover from this, and government should at least be more responsible. That we don't need to wait till the kingdom come before we get some of these projects done.
Thank you so much. And thank you to you too. We'll see it and agree. I'm so take enjoy the show with us. Don't forget the questions for the big win. Know your rights. They happen which day or which days inside Christed Radio and TV. And waiting be the topic of yesterday. Just meet us on all social media platforms at Christed Radio TV at CHRICEDRADIO TV. Just check us there for TikTok, for Instagram, for YouTube, for Facebook, and even for X. Drop your answer and you will be the big winner. But don't forget to join us again on Top Inside Naija tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, with another Obonge Sabi person. More programs still they come on top the station. So if I be you, I'm not going to go anywhere. I will stay tuned as more will continue to be unfold. My name is Princess Aniana. Thank you so much, Kola Ole, for showing up.
Thank you very much for having me.
And thank you so much, Nigeria, for being with us. Have a wonderful day.